Before we get into, let me just really quickly thank you. First off, thank you to all the follows while I've not been streaming. There's a lot in my activity feed right now, and I very much appreciate that while I was away. Also, April, thank you for the 21 months. Nick, thank you for the 30 months. And Zen, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. But yes, chat, hello. I am back. I will explain stuff with vampires and everything, but I'm back from Twitchcon. It should just Twitch. No, it's because it's on the wrong one. Hold on. But yes, I'm back. I have recovered from being sick. I got sick the night before I left. I was getting a headache, and then that night I started feeling like I was getting a fever, and then the next morning I did not feel good. Yeah, my entire Airbnb got sick. Everyone that was in my Airbnb has gotten some form of sickness. We don't know how. The other crazy thing about it is we all got different variations of symptoms. And I got sick, yeah. We all got different. It's somehow we played like Russian roulette, and we all landed on like different severity of symptoms. So like we all might have had similar stuff, but some things were worse than others. Like for me, my main thing was just my throat was super sore, and swallowing was just very painful. Like to the best way I can explain it as. Which one's the assembly? That's the fusion. I want the fusion one. So that's me right now. Yeah, luckily I can like swallow fine, doesn't hurt. My voice is back. And I wasn't able to talk for a little bit. It was very, very whispery and very weird. Also, I think with a 40 stream streak, and then with the 105 stream streak, that's crazy. Also, if you hear me coughing, not fully recovered. So I've been having this cough help get up any extra gunk in my system at the moment. So I don't normally get sick. I think just going to TwitchCon and being around everybody, just somebody probably had something and it spread to basically everybody in the Minecraft community. So that's just what's happened. Like overall energy, fine. My speaking is okay. There's a little bit of scratchiness when I speak, but nothing crazy. But no, it was not fun. not fun. Luckily, my immune system's strong, and I'm very thankful of that because I recovered fairly quickly. I wasn't able, like, I kid you not, chat. I was basically planning on like editing on like I got back Wednesday. I was gonna plan on editing normally Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Could not edit anything on Thursday. I did not want to get up from laying on the couch. I was just like I couldn't be bothered. Friday happened, and all I did was Friday was I like cut out even more video than what I had originally that I was going to keep in there. And then Saturday, I edited everything completely because I was fine enough to be able to just like take my time and edit. So like, I think Saturday, like cinematic wise, I think there's like only 50 something cinematic shots. It's nothing. No, that's a stationary. That's why. It's nothing like major compared to what my previous ones were. So kind of crazy. Also, Slug Icorn, thank you for, or Sluggy Corn, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, well done with the hype turn chat. And a River and Nipu, thank you for the stream streaks. But yeah, today is just sort of a chill, talk about TwitchCon, talk about vampires, and go from there. So I'm not in it right now. Hold on. But yeah, TwitchCon itself is super fun. Probably my favorite TwitchCon that I've been to. Also, UniX's, thank you for the first time sub. I appreciate it. But yeah, this TwitchCon probably my favorite TwitchCon to be at and be a part of for me personally. I know there was a lot of issues with TwitchCon itself. Hopefully they do get those fixed. But as an individual experience from like hanging out with my people and what I got to do, very fun for me personally. So let's go day by day, right? So Wednesday, traveled to TwitchCon, and then from there, I went after a little bit of time of landing in San Diego. I got to go and do MCC testing. So I got to test and help make sure some of the games functioned and everything, which was super cool, super fun. And very fun. I got to watch all the stuff happen before it actually got released, which was super cool. And we only had... It's so funny, right? So when they test these things, right, they don't always have the max amount of people to test, but they still need to test stuff. So they put 2 people at per station. And, you know, MCC is a game that works with 4 people. You need 4 people sometimes to like run these games optimally. Right? Well, the first game we tested was Grid Runners. And if you know anything about Grid Runners, especially at the start, you know you need 4 people to open up the doors. So there was a moment where we all got launched out of the cannons. Each team ran to their slot, and then we waited, and everybody in the room all unanimously went, "Oh yeah, we can't do that." And so we had a our manager, each like pod had a manager to make sure like if we had any issues or let them know about stuff to tell them. And the fun thing with that is that he was super chill and super fun. And so he hopped onto one of the computers and started basically playing Grid Runners for the first time, and we were guiding him while we were playing as a team of now 3, and then it would just be us 3, and then afterwards I would run up to the computer behind me, which I think was False's computer, and I would move their character over to the ending once we were done. And we got to like 3 rooms. They didn't let us, they were making sure mainly that they were just functioning right. And so we didn't do the entire thing of Grid Runners. So that was fun. Very cool. Very enjoyable. And then we got to test other ones. I optimized Railroad Rush for 2 people. Which of course I would. But that was great. Meltdown felt good. Super fun getting to play like Python's Palace again and running it. But besides that, that was all good. And then Thursday, I got to help test the Saturday Twitch Rivals stuff because they were low on people and they asked if anyone wanted to, and a few of us said yes. We came back the next day, which was fun. And then afterwards, we got to go to a fun impromptu MCC and TCG Pokemon stuff. Little meetup. The one time I've been in MCC was for MCC Rising 3. So that was the one time that I have played in like MCC. I will say, if I ever do get the chance to play in MCC, absolutely would take the offer. But yeah, so the MCC TCG, the Pokemon TCG meetup was super, super fun. Got to as well, yeah. It was great getting to like meet all my creator friends that I wasn't able to meet throughout the con as often. And I got given my cowboy hat also there by April. It's now in my room. I'm gonna leave my webcam off. I'm not gonna show anything that I got from TwitchCon this year just because right now I'm sick and my room is a mess. So, but cowboy hat got home safely. And I was also able to trade some cards. Fun fact, I now have a complete set of all the MCC cards. All the commons that I was missing, any skill cards that I was missing, all good. And I was able to also turn all the full arts that I already had into holographics. So I have every full art now, and they're all holographic cards. So, a huge, huge win. Yeah. Hold on. But besides that, another thing that got showcased and released was a game called Clash Out. Now, if you don't know what Clash Out is, hold on, let me see if I can. Clash Out is a new game that some of you might know. I'm going to switch screens real quick. That is made by some of your guys' favorite creators. So this is Clash Out. It is a game that was made and developed by Apokuna, Lagundo, May Mazes, Wadebox, Sty Static, and Koi, aka Dalton. So this is a very fun game where it is a uncollectible card game where you can try to collect the cards or you can play the game how it works. Right? So the product is little expansion packs or a starter deck or the Founders Bundle. It's pre-orders out right now. They are different founder cards. Here are all the founders. Lagundo, Apo, Wade, Sty, May, and Kikoi. But it's a game, right, where you start out with X amount of cards. And if somebody does the action on... Nope. Let me go back. Yeah, if somebody does the action, for example, Spike Trap, they like... This one says, give this card to a player if they touch this card. If you have that card and you give it to someone and they grab onto it, they now have that card. They are very, very simple. Their phone, Cowers Official, thank you for the follow. Their phone charge is under 20%. You get them to dance, all these little fun little art styles are common cards, and then you got more like full art cards like this one. They are dressed in cosplay. I got this card a few times on Sunday. You throw something to them and they catch it, right? It's a super, super fun, silly game, and it started on Thursday. Art's very cute. The artists, Seta, as well as Cece, and a few others, and Rusty Courage, you might know. These are just, and I think there are a few more as well. They do such good art. They do so well. But yeah, this card game, again with Creo, the same company who did MCC. It's a super fun game. And it's if the idea is it's not just for conventions, it's for anytime you go to a party or have a fun gathering of like group of people, you just play this while you're there. So this is what that was. Exactly, yes. And it got so popular that the entire con was playing it even outside of the Minecraft space. It was really, really cool. And I kid you not, I was in the Airbnb with the founders. Like my Airbnb group was like me, literally all of them besides Wade. Wade was the only one that couldn't come, but we were talking about it, and like they had the handout, so like they had orders from Creo that's like, hey, we're gonna do X amount. It was over 10,000 cards they had to give out. I won't say the specific number, but it was over 10,000 cards they had to give out during testing throughout the entire TwitchCon, right? They got through them all by the end, right? But with that many cards in play, it got so big that even the Twitch staff at the con were playing it. So, like, it was even mentioned in MCC, which is crazy, because that wasn't planned. It was just the announcer talking about it. So, I'm not, like, sponsored or anything like this, but if you think this is a cool game, go to the Creo website, go check out the little product stuff, look at the cards. It would help them a lot, which means then next TwitchCon at TwitchCon EU, they can do even more of this and that type of stuff. So this was a cool, fun little thing. Not sponsored, but I do want to like shout out my friends for a cool project they've made. Right. And that was just on Thursday when that started. Right. What next? Friday happened at TwitchCon. Sounds like a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It was very, very fun. Let me see. Yeah, so, well, there's always 2 a year. So it's always the beginning of the year. It's like around May, June is EU, and then around October is US. So it's super fun. I'm gonna go back to parkour to just run it for movement right now. They both happen each year, yes. But yeah, Friday happened. Not too much. Got to watch a few panels. Went to the Hermitcraft panel. That was super cool. Super, super fun. Got to meet and talk to a bunch of awesome people. Got to go at the Minecraft booth and got to pick up a fun little Copper Cape code. Got to then hang out with a bunch of cool people. We then went to I think it was either Friday or Saturday. I forget, but there was a Pokemon thing where for $30, you and a group of people get a battle booster deck 4 Mega Evolution packs, the newest like TCG pack. And then after you play 3 games of the actual card game, you then with the deck that you bought, you then get 2 prismatic evolution packs. Okay. So for $30, you get 6 packs in a 40 card battle deck, which was really cool. And it was the latest deck, like battle decks. So they were like, I got a grass type Meganium deck. It was super strong if it gets rolling. It was really good. But that night, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is that night we went back and did all our little pack openings because we wanted to save them at the end. We pulled some cool cards, right? And then one of the very few packs, I didn't pull it, Sty pulled it. Sty pulls out of the Mega Evolution pack the Golden Mega Guard of War card. It has a 1 in like 12,610 rate. Like we were like Sty accidentally saw the like gold coloring and he went, I think this is a gold card, and we just pressed record on our phones just in case, and he pulled it and we all went crazy. What's even crazier, right, is that pack, I called it. Sty was like, this is my last mega. I'm like, and I told him, like, you're gonna pull the golden mega Guard of War card as like a joke, but at the same time of like, but what if? And I called it, and Sty pulled it, and it was crazy. Like, it was a crazy moment that night, and now Sty has that card as a memory, and there's a video that we all have now of it. So that was cool. That was fun. Pick the pack, feel heavier. Yeah. I don't know. Unsure about it, that one. Hold on, I'm gonna do... Encoded, I did a Zoom class on how to play the card game, but I have to reteach myself because, yeah, that's fair. Pokemon's great. I love playing Pokemon. What else? I'm going to back out. I'm actually going to do some PvP practice on a practice server that I have. Nothing strenuous, just to get my hits back in. Saturday, I don't believe I did anything too crazy. Purely for the pretty art, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, no, 100%. I got some cards to my little collection. I want to start like trying to collect Pokemon cards again because I have a few. I have a few nice full arts. But just, hey, that's fine. You can collect a specific type of card. Sty in the back of his binder. This really should just have no charge on it right now. There we go. Do I have favorite Pokemon? I have like 3. Love Lucario. Lucario's been like one of my favorite Pokemon since it was first revealed, all the way back in Gen 4. It's fine. It's still Minecraft. This is just a PvP thing. I'm practicing just to get my hits in. Then it's Marshadow. as my yeah, this is why I'm so rusty from Marshadow and then Phalanx. Phalanx I just find funny because it's just a bunch of little dudes. Hold on. Nope, that's not what I meant. Mega Phalanx, yeah. When I saw I got a Mega, I'm like, oh my gosh. I also like Annihilate. Annihilate has also just been a super cool, like, art style. Ghost types love, like, Chandelure is such a cool, unique design for a ghost type. Aegislash as well. Aegislash is a nice, sick ghost type. I love the art style for. Okay, so I can, yeah. Favorite typing? Ooh, that would be a hard one. I don't think I really have a favorite typing. As long as, like, if the actual, like, type, I can't really tell you. I made a steel team because if it was the hypothetical of of, like, if I was on, like, Cobblemon, what would we do? But yeah, so anyways though, Saturday, yeah, so Saturday, nothing too much happened. Walked around Artist Alley, checked a few things out. But then besides that, pretty chill. And then Sunday, got to help out with MCC. I was a little lab scientist. If you paid attention into the crowd, I was walking around handing out stuff for certain parts. And then besides that, right after was Cowboys panel. And that was my first ever con panel. I was in full cosplay. TCG hunt? The TCG hunt. What was the TCG hunt? For like 20 seconds. Banger panel. Oh yeah, no. Cowboys was great. Cowboys was super fun. Very looking for cards. Oh yeah, was that Saturday? No, that was. Oh yeah, no, we did that Saturday night, and then nothing came from that. Did we get a picture of the cosplay? You'll be able to find it, I think, on the Nom Nom Theater VOD. You'll be able to see me with it there, but then also, I think MCYT Highlights reposted the video as well. Oh, I am. Okay. We gotta make sure Rats 2 panel incident didn't happen again. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, was fun. And then, like I said, Sunday was that. And then went to a fun little MCC party after on Sunday night, which was super fun. And also at the end of the Cowboys panel, got to meet a lot of you, and which was super cool. And I got some fun little gifts. Got to sign a bunch of cool stuff. And then lastly, got to like some stuff. The informal meet and greet. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Make it happen. Yeah. One of the cool things that I got was just because I can see it right now. Someone like knitted or crocheted for me a like a bundle of TNT, like 3 sticks of dynamite, and then wrapped it up around in like some black yarn. Really cool. I loved it. Thank you. But yeah, other than that, super cool. Super fun. And besides that from TwitchCon, Monday we went to the soccer game. The creator soccer game, the one with like Echo, Green, and all of them were playing to watch and like spectate. I somehow became the ball boy a little bit when the ball got launched over a fence a few times. And I was one of the few people quick enough to actually jump the fence to grab said ball, or a ball just got launched somewhere. I've played soccer up until high school, so your own oh yeah, I was commentating because I knew what it was a bunch of grown individuals, men and women, and they were playing on a kid-sized soccer field with kid-sized goals. So sometimes the ball got launched a little too far. Also, Ashley, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, that was fun. I almost was goalie at one point. The goalie injured themselves before the game started. And I almost raised my hand to be goalie, but I chose not to, and then I realized I probably should have. What else? Besides that, overall, any other cosplays besides the Pirates one? Cowboys one? No. I need to place that lower. Like at their shadow. We cannot fundraise a suit. Yeah, but besides that, afterwards, we then went to another TCG shop. And that's where I got a few cards. I got a full art, Delibird, a full art, what's Larvesta, the sleeping full art one. And then I got 2 full arts, not like the VMAX versions, but the single strike and multi strike of Urshifu. Hello, Cinna. Of Urshifu, yes. The 2 full arts of those. And then I got a like black and gold VMAX of Calyrex Shadow Rider, and it looks really, really cool. And then afterwards, besides that, link of your art. So right now, unless I don't know, yeah, don't know. Vertisty? Vertisty? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm already missing. Twitchcon was fun. Twitchcon was very fun. How did that? And then Tuesday we just hung out and chilled. Did a few fun things and then left on Wednesday. Yeah, that was TwitchCon overall. Super, super fun. I want to see something. Couldn't like... Okay, so the bot just doesn't take fire if it walks through it, okay. Or like, it just doesn't want to... Yeah, because it's just running through it. Good to know. Yep. Oh, I think we also might have fire resistance on, that's why. Hello, what's up? After class, nicely done. Vampires cast, we were there. Oh yeah, no, that photo was super, super fun. It's crazy to get that that many of us being able to go to TwitchCon, especially getting both Australians. And so getting a group photo was super cool. But yeah, that was TwitchCon. And then I got sick. And now we're here. And now then, we can talk about vampires. But yeah, chat, what y'all think? Did y'all enjoy episode 6 of Vampires? Yes, yes, good. I'm glad. Let me quickly grab the link of that real quick. Get shareable link. You carried the tone on your back this session. I did nothing that session. And that's why I was like, I'm doing great, because That's why my tweet was like, "Oh, I'm living my best life right now," because I witnessed everybody going through something, and I was just there being like, "I'm good. I'll pass." What is your game? Hold on. Again, sorry for the cough. You might get some coughing in next episode, depending on how I am tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow session, we don't fully know yet, just because we don't know how well Appa was feeling. But yeah, just real quickly, I'm just gonna pin my no, that's me. Lovely. Hold on. Latest Vampires episode. There you go. Pin that one. Cool. Okay, well, yeah, anyways. Let me see what you guys... It broke me with what was happening. What is that? Oh, yeah, no. Everyone's POVs has been great from the ones that the humans have been able to watch so far. Very feverish state. You watch it. No, it's all good. Able to find that book. I wasn't expecting to find the book. Like, I kid you not, there's a like one after this. I'm gonna do a little like behind the scenes video, because right at the start of the session, I'm just waiting in front of my door, just so like, because sessions paused, we can't do anything, so like I was just at like my starting point that I wanted to be at, and I think I tell Lagundo, I go like, I'm just gonna go straight over to the town like tomb and see if I can just find, just to check. I wasn't expecting to actually like see, like actually find it. It is Kazoo. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting to find it right away, and so I had this fun little idea of not telling anybody for the longest of time. This is Book's favorite. It just happens. It generally does. And so in character, I kept it hidden for a good amount of time. Save them running around going, I found the book. Well, no, so like fun, like genuinely fun little fact. I held on to that for over an hour. Because there's like the first half of the session when you go on break. So the pull from the curtain, right? In my head, there would have been a moment of V Abolish not telling anybody the entire session. And just keeping it to himself for the entire episode. Yeah, it's just a bot right now. It's literally a bot. It's not attacking. I have it set to not attack. It's just an NPC. You need to place it lower. There you go. They kind of suck at PvP. Well, yeah, I know it's entirely just it's on an NPC mode. Like I can turn it to like hacking tier 1 and hard. It's just on NPC, so I can just talk to chat while I do this. But yeah, anyways, I halfway through, Owen was checking because nobody found the book yet, or if somebody did, no one was saying anything about it. And yes, no, I've seen the Tumblr Abolish Got a Gun, but I'm just explaining this real quickly. But the thing with it is that I got a message from Owen because it gives you a server log of who opened what chest or if book was found, right? And so it was tied to me. And so he's like, "Did you find the book?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I found it right away. I just haven't told anybody." And he's like, "Okay, are you going to tell people?" I'm like, "I guess I could." And so he's like, "Thank you." We have all of them. The humans have all the cure books. Because there was a moment when if he didn't message me anything, I might have not told Lagundo about it. And there would have been that moment of everybody in town learning about a cure. But I think narratively, it was also another fun way of doing it. And got confused. Oh, no. So I took it out of it because when I read it in my head and I couldn't like do the voiceover of me actually whispering myself reading it because I was sick and my voice did not sound normal. And so I was originally going to whisper, like do a voiceover myself reading it. And then I got sick. And so that's why you just see me flipping through the pages in third person and then leaving real quickly. But yeah, all right. Let me see. I know Doodles asked if I've seen the Give Abolish. Yes, I've seen Give Abolish a Gun 2025 for both in Tumblr and on Twitter. I've also seen a few comments about it in my videos. Trust me, I am fully aware. If V Abolish had a gun, there would be a lot more deaths way sooner in the series. Why did you put so much like this is happening on the book power thing at the end compared to like the others? Oh, because that is don't give Abolish again. Also, guys, thank you for 23 months. I appreciate it. At tier 3, especially, thank you. Very, very much appreciate that. It was a teaser. The amount of emphasis is the sound cue of what some things are going to happen. It's not religious drama. He has no religious. I'll just say now, like canonically, you can headcanon if he does. Basically a god app. I don't have a god apple. Well, it gives me like absorption for like 10 minutes, but it's not like a god apple. He doesn't have any religious trauma. You can headcanon he has religious trauma, but he doesn't have any religious trauma. He was just an orphan at a church. But no, you'll trust me. I wanted to add some dialogue into the beginning of this episode, but again, got sick, couldn't. So you're going to get a little intro narrative at the start of episode 7. Similar to what? You're going to get more lore. You're going to get more lore on who he is, who his family is, what his family did, and so on and so forth. So y'all will get that. I can give you one sentence if you want. From the intro. A little crumb if you want. Okay. Yeah, okay, a lot of you want it. Okay, let me pull it up real quick. Alright, so a little bit out of context, but it goes, but what sense does one have if you only think seeing is believing? That's your little teaser for the intro, little story, narrative, monologue, if you will. Is this a riddle? No, it's not. In my mind for next week. You guys are welcome. Yeah, so the ending audio you hear after he reads that book is a teaser to one of the few things I have planned for episode 7. Now, will everything go to plan? Who knows, but that thing will definitely happen. So, I've had 2 weeks to try to figure out some stuff. Into a vamp on us? Oh, don't worry. I don't plan on becoming a vampire for no reason. If I become a vampire, there is a reason. What you think would happen? Going into... Oh, yeah, like... him going into a massacre? Maybe. It depends on what happens. Would he still fight the other vampires? Yes. Him killing everybody depends. In the ending stages, you don't. You never choose. It just happens. It's all improv. It's all unwritten. So we will see. We don't fully know. Hold on, gotta blow my nose. If they have it toggled on or not. But yeah, let's just say episode 7, you're gonna see a different side to Abolish. Won't say how, but there will be a different side to him. Now, does that mean he will be successful in what he does? Entirely depends on how well things turn out. What days do you film it? Tomorrow. And that's why I am PvP practicing, just in case I have to fight. Because I'm probably going to. Because I do not want to be rusty in my aim and that, and I want to talk to y'all right now, so the bot's on, like, not hitting me back, it's just allowing me to just do aim practice. Because the issues with vampires is that they have so much regeneration off of their blood bar that you practically just have to do an endurance fight with them and make sure that you just cannot heal anything. The only way to counter their regeneration to where they aren't healing is if they're near a beacon that is controlled by a human. Into bats is a bit of an issue. I mean, yes and no. Their abilities are very selfish and on cooldown very consistently. Right, like, the ways to counter vampires is you set them on fire, because the fire tick damage counteracts the regeneration, and actually it shreds through their blood bar extremely quickly. So if you can catch them on fire, aka Lantern Thrash, or Lantern Thrash, Flint and Steel. Also, who is Mickey, Evil M, and Reverb Dreamer? Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. So, though setting them on fire counters their regen, making sure they have no livestock, because they can only eat raw food. So, setting stuff on all animals on fire, killing as many animals as possible to where they have none, makes it very hard for them because their blood bar goes down over time, even if they don't take damage. So that is a way to counter them. Their health regen, and then their abilities of, like, their lunge is annoying, but, like, it's not consistent. It's not like you can just do it a short distance. It's just a big leap. So, yes, it gains ground, but it's like on a 6-minute cooldown. The bat is 12 minutes on a cooldown. Their teleportation's on like a 40-minute cooldown. And then their melee attack can't go through shields. So if you turtle up and actually like fight how I was fighting earlier, and this is why I have this kit, it's just so I can go to here and then just do this. And just practice hitting off shield. Because, like, this wouldn't, like, do a lot of damage. But if there's at least 1 to 2 of you here, you can constantly turtle. And if you have an ability, you can use it while you're turtling. Like, if I use Lantern Thrash and this was a vampire, like, that's the entirety of it. Because their claws can't go through the shield. About 2 hours-ish, give or take. So, like, no, that's the thing, though. In an endurance type of vampire, you just want to get their blood down. Like, realistically, unless you are the one attacking first and you can get the upper hand on them, like, it's going to be needing to, like, be the first one to attack in sunlight, placing silver down next to them, getting them in a cobweb after you, like, stun them, and then just critting them out as much as you can and killing them at least once. Or you just forcefully get them lower and lower in a fight. Because this just... Because I can crit this. Like, if I have an axe in my hand and I just do crit PvP, like shield and axe PvP, and I actually time this right, they don't have armor, or it's leather. And if we compare 9 to... It does the same amount of a damage as a diamond axe, as an iron axe. So, and they can't use axes. Vampires at higher levels can't use axes or tools. Or vampires. No, vampires, when a vampire dies, they get sent down to level 1 and they can't go back up until the next session. So they become very, very weak, which means they can die very easily. I'm literally not doing anything new, yeah. Blood is basically the vampire saturation, yes. So it burns way quicker as well. And it also is their regeneration. So if you can burn through their blood, they become very weak, because once a vampire loses, like, say a vampire is at tier 3, right? And so this is the blood bar. The blood bar, if it goes down and past it, it go instantly into tier 2. They don't stay at tier 3. So, like, this constantly keeps happening until they're back to the tier 1. Whoops. Oh well. So, if you can constantly hurt them, aka burn them, then, or just constantly do time, like, damage over time, and do big bursts of damage like this, of just axe critting, yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill it instantly. But after a while, especially if they are getting frustrated, like, they'll... Because, like, one axe crit to a normal because, like, they don't get resistance, they just get regeneration. Like, I could just target one vampire then and just kill them over and over. Two things. Content. Because you want to make it fair to all the people who make videos. And then we're at the point now where that doesn't really matter, so we can do that. But that at first, that's why. But also the humans, no offense to the town and the other cast members, weren't really thinking like that. A lot of the humans just ran in and started swinging and then used their holy word ability mid-fight, or didn't use their abilities the best way possible, or didn't use any ability. And the vampire abilities are very much selfish. The human abilities can be selfish, but also are very good cooperatively. Like, Rally Cry is a great one, because strength on anything, like, I don't know what the strength boost is, but if you give someone strength and an iron axe with strength 2 or strength 1, like, hold on, I'm actually gonna look this up real quick. Let me check this. Because these powers are new to the creator. Oh, of course. Yeah, most of them wouldn't know what to do, right? So an iron axe says it has 9 attack damage. So with strength 1, you with a crit, hold on, with a crit with strength 1, one hit is 8.25 hearts of damage. You can see why. Me personally, I haven't been doing fights because I could 2-shot a vampire because I look into this stuff when players take damage. Yeah, so they would still go down to 4, so that's 3 hits. That's still a lot of burst damage. And the damage isn't entirely 50%, I believe. I forget how much it is, but it definitely isn't 50%. It's a reduced amount, but it's not 50. I'm not in, that's why. Was tabbed. I think damage is halved, yeah. But that's still, again, well, that's why it's halved. Because if you give a player strength 1 with an iron axe with 1 crit, you take someone down to 2 hearts and no armor. strats. Yeah, rival. Vampires don't take 90% damage reduction. That is wrong. That's for mobs. It's not for players. Because if vampires would only take 90% damage reduction, they would just be unkillable. As long as like he's probably Fortnite all over. Yeah, no, yeah. Scott's aware. Scott is aware of what I can do. Owen's aware of what I can do. Everyone else isn't aware of what I can do. They deal 90% less. No, vampires, everyone deals the same damage to each other. There's no difference entirely. It's really up to how the server is coded, but it's mainly just like taken. What do you mean you sure about that? Oh, I forgot to do less damage. No, I'm saying, yeah, vampires do less damage during the day. They do a 50% less damage if they're in direct sunlight, and a 20% damage reduction if they're next to silver. Also, I don't think they can regenerate if they're next to silver. Again, yeah, right. Hold on, I actually have something for this. I've been keeping notes regarding vampire stuff. One moment. Where is it? Oh, no, sorry. They don't get regeneration next to silver. They get weakness 3 when they're next to silver, meaning they can't hit you. Also, Anxious Azure, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Same with Garlic. No, Garlic's way stronger. Garlic basically does the same thing, but it's on like a much higher effect, just because it's in their system. So again, this is why I'm like... See, here's the thing, right? If I, and this may or may not happen, in 9 or 10 after killing, like, yeah, so it's very massive. You can't make garlic bread. You know what? Fair, honestly. But this may or may not happen, right? Pretend vampire. No, I'm human. I'm a human. So pretend bot is vampire. Let's say I use holy word, right? Bot is now frozen for 12 to 15 seconds. I don't remember the exact number because I haven't looked at it recently, right? 15 seconds, I then go, they can't move, I then place, hold on, I need to go into survival. I then do that to bot for 15 seconds, and then I do that. And then I do this. This pushes them, they have weakness 3, and they're trapped in cobwebs. Yes, they can use their abilities, but they're still stuck in this. They regen, but the silver... No. So here's the thing. You start with the holy word. The holy word stuns them in place for you to set all this up. See, for those that are new here, this is the reason I was specifically told I had to tone back what I do normally in Minecraft stuff. This is the reason. It's because I do stuff like this. So again, if this was Vampire, I could, again, this is why I also had silver blocks on me, so I can just, like, place this down and then fight around it. And they get pushed back and away from it while I also fight. Humans to fight smarter? Yeah, I'm the human that's been waiting to fight smarter. We'll hear... Yeah, and again, if I'm ever in a situation where I can't do that, I'll just Lantern Thrash and just fight within the fire. Like, the Lantern Thrash is a big ability where if I just have it in my inventory, I just, like pop it, and then I just also place down a like block of silver at my feet if I need to like regenerate health and such. And then at the very end, I have a wooden stake and I stab him in the heart. Like, also, Kylie Gotcha, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What current abilities do I have? I have ability to become undead, so I can walk amongst the dead. I have Lantern Thrash. I have Way of Prospector to get more silver and ore. Everybody, it's a holy word, and then faith, the prayer of faith one, I think, maybe. And I think maybe one more. I've tried to read one book every session, so I would have different abilities that I would need. I think I might have Shoulder Barge. I might, or it's just in the chest right now. At the end of... Yeah, I know, but it might have been an extra copy. I don't know if I read it or not. You most prepared one? Yeah, or I just get a hand in holy water. Oh, trust me, like, if we have extra holy water and I do this to somebody... Like, if this becomes the thing, where, like, if I'm with someone and we do this to a vampire and then they just splash holy water onto them, we're just going to do this and then just stab with a wooden stake. Or just get them to 1 and then chase after them. Like, it's... there. See, out of character, this has been the reason why I've been collecting so many cobwebs and having, like, 16 iron blocks next to me. Like, in my inventory. No one to stake. You don't really know. What we did implement, and I know they implemented it into the server, is if you're hitting a vampire with a stone sword, they'll never die. So after a while, if you feel like you've done enough damage to them, you then can just stab with a wooden stake. So it's kind of that like if you've hit them like 2 or 3 times with an iron sword, at a certain point you just go there. But honestly, like if I get them in this, I'm probably just gonna try to get them to tier 1. You can't lock on with the wooden stake because the stake breaks after 1 hit. So that's why. It's optimal. I mean, you can technically go like sword, axe, stone sword, stake, or stone sword, stake, stake, like wooden stakes here, stone sword, and just switch them out when you need to. Hello there. Nope. You can't tell hello someone is. Also, Steam Pixie Punk, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is why I've been collecting so many resources. And honestly, I want more silver, but I don't know if I can get any at the moment. I might have some extra in my chest. I'm not entirely sure. For the abilities shared between them if they aren't passive? No. So if you have your own ability, you have your own cooldown for it. But they are long. So like, for example, I can't like holy word every one constantly. But if there's just a vampire nearby, you can just like holy word and go from there. Hold on, gotta blow my nose. Hopefully tomorrow I will, like, I'm feeling better each day. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be like entirely okay. On one another? No. Oh, literally today, I've been wondering this, but you can't lantern thrash. I might ask individually if you can or not, because it says they're immune to the, like, all damage, but, like, if you just make the fire damage, will they still be burned? Because the thing is, right, if an entity is long enough in fire, they will just burn afterwards, and they will still take the fire tick damage. And that's what I'm curious about. It's not permanent, but it's something. The thing is, that would just override the cobwebs and such, and so it's weird. It also, Lantern Thrash is just a really good failsafe of, like, if you're getting surrounded, just set them all on fire. Because you can fight in your own fire. But yeah, so any other questions? If you need to seem like, yeah. Let's be honest. Oh, Lantern Thrash is one of the coolest abilities. One of the coolest abilities. One episode 6, I believe. Yeah, then, yeah, I think if it didn't work, then yeah. We all need. This is how I normally am. I've just been not allowed to do it without fire resistance. Oh yeah, it would be so rough. But it's only to you, so you just got to be aware, because I think you can set your own teammates on fire. Like, everybody besides yourself gets set on fire, unless someone else uses their Lantern Thrash and gets fire resistance. But yeah, anyone have any questions regarding my episode or just in general that I might be able to answer if you're curious about stuff? Do you know from what episode you're allowed to to go all in canon? Tomorrow, technically tomorrow. Crystal Dragon Ball, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Like I'm allowed to. I'm allowed as because I asked because like I'll be honest. I asked the question. To an O and Apple. I'm like, hey, when am I allowed to actually start doing stuff? Because right now I'm just playing very passively, and I don't want to get into a fight. Because if I got into a fight, for episode 6, right? And I actually joined in those fights and I was fighting normally. It would have been me not being able to like not being able to hold back, but like knowing that I'm not being able to use everything while I play. So for now, the like limit is lifted. If it needs to get pulled back a bit after episode 7, we'll see and adjust. But for now, episode 7, I am allowed to do what I want to do. I'm allowed to play how I want to play. So on Owen and Scott. He understands them, but he also knows what he's doing, what they are doing is wrong. So, did I clock Lagundo being human before he revealed it? Like out of character, he told us. In character, I started realizing. When the moment in character, he said he got attacked by Scott and Pyro and all of them, made me a bit more suspicious. Of like actually like remembering that. Just because why would the vampire attack another vampire? I guess I understand he's helping us in the sense, but it was just interesting. Yeah, so episode 5's VOD had some audio issues at the end of it. Don't know what happened with Twitch. It's just the VOD started like being finicky with OBS. And so I have the video. I just need to go through and fix the music audio stuff, which I normally do. For some reason, music was being weird. I usually delete it, and then it'll be posted onto my VODs channel when I have the time for that. So it will be saved towards the VODs channel. All right, question. Why don't the other characters get suspicious of that? Like, I mean, characters were immediately on everybody else, and they were going all in. I don't know what that question was towards. My apologies. I don't fully remember. Depending on how many people tomorrow, there will see whether the limit is next time. Basically, it depends on how aggressive I be and how many people I accidentally permakill / kill if needed. It really just depends on how I play tomorrow, because again, I have ideas, but will those ideas work? Who knows? abilities are, or not really. No, no one knows how many abilities I have. Incorrected to us, which I liked. Yeah. So far in the series that really surprised you? What ending of episode 5 of Avid, or yeah, ending of episode 5. I didn't realize Avid got turned in episode 5. So funny enough, my little comment of you have a lot of rethinking to do wasn't towards Avid like being like, hey, you're a vampire also, now you have to like rethink about this as well, of like, do humans and vampires actually like are mad at each other? It was more of like, you don't like vampires, but we're here helping them, so you have a lot of rethinking to do now. So it was just timing wise. Do you have vampire skins? Oh yeah, no. So everyone has 3 skins. Our base skin, which is AK the tier 1 vampire skin, the tier 2 vampire skin, and the tier 3 vampire skin. Oh yeah, somebody's keeping secrets. Yeah, no. Was just like needed just an episode of just like not caring. Like you kind of knew, because I kind of did. He ate garlic. Like a vampire doesn't need to eat garlic in front of us. So yeah. And so episode 6, I was like, I'm just gonna go into this and just not care whatsoever. But now after learning about stuff and everything, he's like, everything's more difficult now. Guess I gotta actually do something about it. So we'll see what happens with tomorrow. Unfully sure, but yeah. Cleo's tier 3 skin is so nice. Like, genuinely one of the nicest skins. The outfit on your skin changes? Nope. The outfit on my skin does not change. Strictly just the skin tone becomes more pale, eyes become more red, hair becomes white. It's just formal dress wear, really. Will there be more ARG hints lore throughout the vampires? Possibly. I won't say if there is or isn't. I do want to say, just because I've seen it in the Discord, the thing that when Abolish crashes out in the cave and says, I just need to find it, isn't tied to the ARG. I just saw y'all crashing out over it, and I'm like, I have to just say this now because they're gonna keep trying to see it's something. So yeah. Yeah, you as a higher vampire? Maybe. Possibly. The earring being made out of silver, yeah, it could. No, Abolish doesn't raid Scott's Closet. Abolish would... Wait, would be able to try to find a way to still use silver weapons in a lore sense, ignoring the gameplay mechanics and silver being still vampires? Oh, are you talking about, like, if he became a vampire, would he still use silver? Last one. We don't know. If he became, we don't know if episode 7 will be the last one or not. Yeah, just because, like, the thing is, when you become a tier 1 vampire, you can still use silver and make silver blocks and walk around them and everything. So, yeah, he would still use all the items he has acquired, just not the holy, like, divine powers anymore, because those get taken away once you become a vampire. He would still use everything he has to make the other vampires' lives annoying to deal with. In question, I'm assuming on the fire noises during the ending would be spoilers. No, I'll say they're fire. Yeah, that was the teaser. It's fire. Fire to what? You don't know. You can assume, but it is fire to a teaser for episode 7. Oh, yeah, he'd be like, I'm a vampire now. Just like the episode itself. Yeah, no, if V Abolish got turned, he would just say, like, at this point especially, he would just be like, I got turned. I'm going back out there now to kill somebody. Like that. Like, the funny thing is, whoever turns Abolish, if Abolish gets turned by somebody, right? No, nerdy, basically that whoever turns Abolish, in both in character and out of character, if I get turned at any point, my entire goal now is just to make sure that person is dead. Permanently dead. Like, I will toss out the silver, keep all the cobwebs I have, go tier 3 just cuz, have wooden stakes on me as a tier 3 vampire, and make sure that person is permanently dead. And then make sure I have holy water and everything else I need. I said this before, yeah, but not specifically. It would just be whoever turns me. Nev and Forquin, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Can't use holy water, by the way. I don't have to be the one to use it. I can just have it in my inventory. Where'd you get it from? I mean, everything was stolen. People can still make it. We still got people in town that can make holy water. I think right now, by episode 7, don't like take this as like fact, but I think start of episode 7 we'll have 4 holy water. Because 2 people can make holy water. And we made some at the end of episode 6. I don't know if it was shown, but there was enough time throughout the session where we were able to make holy water by the end. So that's 2. And at the start of next session, that's another 2. So that's 4 in total. You turned me to prepare to die. Yeah. To Avid that he was low-key concerned about a couple of Yugi skills, and you made the short list. Oh yeah, no, 100. Like Scott knows that I can PvP. Scott 100% knows that I can PvP. Like, I'm going to say like this is out of character. But we were like, vampires that were double checking the Discord was like, hey, so, we just want to make sure like who's on what health, just so we don't accidentally like permakill somebody right off the bat, right? And so they're like, if some of the humans want to share their hearts, that's okay. And I go, I have 10 still. Just because I'm like, hey, I still have 10 hearts, just so y'all are aware. Scott's response was, and you're going to stay that way because I don't want to get boxed by you like I'm in Fortnite. So Scott knows. Like, and it's not like Scott doesn't think he can take me into PvP, because Scott is good at PvP. It's just the fact that I'm the only one out of the entire town that has the most supplies, where like I can do this stuff to like him, and it would just be very not fun to deal with. Just because no one wants to be chased with us. Yeah, no one wants to deal with me because they're gonna realize they will probably get low, die, or lose a lot of their resources that they don't want to waste. I probably was the only one that was to limit myself on stuff. Something tell me Pyro dies again? Maybe. Bringing out about your training, so I had to see myself. But yeah, no, it's entirely just practice. Like, it's not anything crazy. It's like, it's just normal like I don't take damage right now, but it really is just this. Now I don't do anything, but yeah, so The one downside with this bot is arrows sometimes just go through the bot. Unless I'm like dead on target. So. Being good at the game, nerf yourself, what a compliment. It's more like... So, for those who don't know, I am very much a big variety player when it comes to the Minecraft scene. So, I've played a lot of Minecraft events. I do well in Minecraft events. I sweat in Minecraft events. But I also take that and I bring that into the SMP space when I just play games and such. And it's just me casually playing. Like, this is just, like, normal stuff that I would do. And because of that, not everybody will come on and just, like, practice PvP and do this type of stuff. I am, though, because I'm competitive and I don't like losing. Doesn't mean I'm a sore sport if I lose. It's more like I would rather have a good, like, fair fight than, than, like, not do anything at all. So, thank you. Casually being placed third and rising, yeah. And also in that rising, I will say now, my team had, on average, compared to everybody else, compared to the other teams that beat us, all great players, but realistically, half of our team was not comparatively skilled in Minecraft event stuff. Great rising, though. You just run through that. That's what's crazy. On any characters? Not really. So you were nerfed and got the chance to just grab resources, so now they'll die. Basically, yeah. The reason why, like, out of character, the reason why my character has seemed so timid and scared and, like, by himself is because I needed a reason to not go in to do fights and such. So, that's all. So that's why I got so much stuff, because it's like this is how I would have this stuff if I was playing. I'm just not using it right now. But yeah, no, he doesn't really have any negativity towards anybody. It really is just he knows there are good, he knows there are bad, he understands the reasonings towards it, and so unfortunately some people are going to have to die if he wants to live, or if he wants to at least leave. So like that you stayed out of fights no matter the reason, to make sure oh yeah, no, like I think it was a good choice. I think it made my POV unique enough. All right, have a good one. Your character has kept such a distance from everyone, and it's kind of fascinating to watch from all perspectives. Yeah, no. So there is a lore reason to why he's also like in the background. Doesn't say much. Been very, very not in the limelight or like spotlight. And you'll learn why with some of the lore stuff. For episode 7, like you'll learn some of the reasoning to things, and like it's only a few sentences. It's hold on, it's a little like monologue. It's one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sentences. A little like monologue. Introductory. Used to watch it. I'm glad. Think there'll be left? We don't know. Like, we say we don't know because we genuinely don't know. It's not like scripted. Like, hypothetically tomorrow, majority of the humans can die. Hypothetically tomorrow, a few of the vampires could die. Like, we don't really fully understand yet. What's your favorite part of your lore have been so far? How secretive it's been. Keeping everything under this little, like, mask. And just now showing it all, because once it's shown, everything from episode 1 till now will kind of make more sense of why he did stuff. So, yeah, if all the vampires banded together and really went out, it could be another Oakhurst massacre. It just depends on everyone's individual. Yeah, like it really depends. It depends on what everyone does. Going to be interesting, but we'll see. Aggressive. No, like you generally just need like if you have this is Minecraft, right? The issue is any vampire that's at tier 3 is super annoying to deal with, mainly because of their claw attack that causes bleed, and it's just persistent. It's super annoying. And if you have enough vampires attacking somebody with it, it gets to a point of, okay, how do you counter it as like a human by themselves? Because again, we're just wearing iron armor. So if I was fighting around a beacon, different story. If I was fighting not around a beacon, different story. It's the reason why at night I always stay around the town and in the beacon area. It's because it gives you constant regeneration 1. So you kind of just got to play to favor. That's why I'm like, it's going to be interesting when night happens, episode 7. Or at least armor. You're not allowed to grab diamond armor. Diamond tools and diamond armor or diamond weapons. You can have a diamond pickaxe or a diamond shovel in that, but diamond armor and weapons are banned because it just doesn't fit the narrative story-wise for it. So that's kind of why. It's kind of like a D&D strategy then. Yeah, like it's very much vampires are strong at night, they're weak in the day, which means the humans have to get to work during the day and hold in night. For escaping vampires, because they're clearly able to fight one. But there's a lot of them. Again, lantern thrash, silver, cobwebs. If they've used their abilities, they can't chase you. So if you get back in the town and then get into your house, you're safe because they can't enter your home. Yeah, like diamond axes are used as a tool are allowed. Just can't use it as a weapon. But yeah, like no, he's not part of the militia. There's a reason why he doesn't have the banner on his shield. Like no entrance. Like it's entirely just like he's there to help, but he's not part of the town. Like the whole militia banner town, he doesn't want to be connected to that. Nope. Militia stuff, going to the castle, everything else, nope. Hideouts, it could probably fit the narrative, but could you? That would be a very finicky, like, oh, here's my second house, here's my third house, here's my, like, four. Like, how many homes can somebody really live in and call it a house? Like, realistically. Like gameplay wise, what is allowed? Because trust me, I can do a 2x2 wooden house, throw a door in the front of it with no windows, and be like, "This is my little shack for now. You can't come in." No, I've never invited any. The only time I invited people into my house was on one occasion, and that was for the house tour at the very beginning. Since then, no one else has ever come into my home. Also, there is a silver block at the front door, in the middle of the home, and at the top of the second floor, near the roof. So. Like, is there... No, so it's just... It's more of, like, players being fair, right? So we just go, hey, if you're a vampire, unless someone says you can come in, you can't enter the house. Unless you already lived there with somebody, or you go there. It's entirely just that. The way to, like, fully prevent it is to have a silver block in the doorway. But that's it. But yeah. So. Or you have a pending invite. Yeah, most people have already gone in. Most people have already looked in my house, so no one actually can go back in there. It's the reason. Vampire Clinic in episode 6. Yeah, so the thing is, public areas besides like the tavern, I think, you can't really walk into unless like it's someone's home, because I think like the tavern you can't go into because like Gren and Sausage did that. The clinic has basically was done by Avid and Drift, and they're both vampires, so that one really, I think they wouldn't care. And then anything that has a beacon, you can't like claim it as a house. So that's just that's just entirely how it is. It very much is just vampires can make their own homes. They just can't go into other people's homes as long as someone's living there. But you know, we're kind of just vibing right now for a little bit longer. I might just go for another few minutes or so. I don't want to go too long just because of this cough I still have. And I am kind of just like chilled out on PvP because we've been PvPing for like 2 hours now. So, just here to talk for chat. Also, again, I also want to say thank you before I forget. Like, thank you all for like the huge support on YouTube. Getting to 10K was just crazy. And that's all because of y'all's support, and I appreciate that. So thank you for that. Very, very, very thankful. And now we aim for 50K, and then 100K, then 250, then 500, then 1,000,000. And we continue to grow, and we continue to make the best content that we can do. For one of the vampires who don't know your capabilities, to be like, oh yeah, that one has been very aggressive. I bet I can take it. Oh yeah, no, trust me. The next conversation I get was if I'm waiting for the moment in my head to where if there is a moment where a vampire starts being very, very all high and mighty, I'm not gonna say anything. It's just there's just gonna be a bunch of actions that happen all around them. They're gonna get stunned, or they're gonna get put in cobwebs, they're gonna get silver placed next to them, and then they're just gonna get crit out. They won't permadie, they'll just get crit out. And then they'll respawn, realize what just happened, and then they'll get hunted down. Because I know I just weakened a vampire. Now who that could be, I don't know. I will figure that out. No, the vampires will still have fun. Because again, I'm the only one besides I think Ren who have full hearts. Coming into this next session now. We will see what happens because people can die really quickly. I think Owen mentioned it, but once you die at 5 hearts, you're just permadead. Oh, did Ren die? Bryn still has 10. Okay, well, yeah, I think Owen mentioned on stream earlier, but something about if you add a certain amount of hearts, I think it's 5. If you die at 5 or lower by a vampire, not by mobs, but by a vampire, you just perma-die. So when do I join as a werewolf? In the next session of Werewolf SMP, where we're all canonically werewolves. That's one. Also, hello, Shep. Hope you're doing well. Can you join and do Twilight RP? Honestly, final episode. Final episode, Shep cameo. Walks up as a werewolf after everything else went down. I'm just playing. I know. But yeah. Anyways, though, chat, I will probably call it here for now. I'm gonna go let my voice rest for a bit for the rest of the day. Y'all will see a fun little TikTok/Twitter post. Probably here in a few hours. It's at the beginning of the session with me and Lagundo. It's very, very silly. Funny little bloopers behind the scenes before the recording started. But yeah, anyways, chat, thank you all again. Y'all have been awesome, amazing, and wonderful. Thank you for all the support, and truly, all the follows, all the subs, for both to YouTube and on Twitch. I very much appreciate it. And remember, abolish your regret. And I will see you all next time. Let's go right into someone. All right, who do you want to raid into, chat? Who do you want to raid into? You know what? Speaking of vampires, not so much. Not really vampire specific. But it is Martin playing what it seems like Daggerheart X Misadventure. So he's playing Minecraft right now. But we can raid into Martin Littlewood. And y'all get to go talk to him about stuff. /raid Martin. You join on the raid chat, you can leave right on after when you need to. But thank you all again. Y'all have been awesome, amazing, and wonderful. And remember, chat, abolish your regrets. I will see you all next time. Bye, chat.